Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in static 3M reflective. So what we have here is a size 14 from Yeezy Supply. All right. What we have here is a size 10 from GOAT. Now the size 10 from GOAT, disclaimer, did wear them a couple times. You can see that, slightly dirty. Might look a little yellowish, but it's just been worn. And also I did crep protect these all around, even on the bottom, so most of the stuff would just wipe right off. So we'll get started with the 14s first. Let's look at the box and compare boxes. You have here is a standard box, but you got the European label here. So the American label's a little different, you know, like with the numbers. Usually the American label has the bigger number of the US size there. And then typically those boxes have been coming with the little EPC thing inside, which is just a chip on the tag. So typically Yeezys come with 2 tags on them in the US, and the one tag has a chip in it. Now these don't have the EPC inside, so these just have a straight up Adidas tag, one tag. That's it, front, back. All right, and those have the same tag. I think I took it off. Maybe they didn't have a tag. Honestly, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to double check that. But if they didn't have a tag, that would be kind of that would be the first thing I would look at, as that's a little fishy. Brand new pair, no tag. Even some of the fakes have a tag anyway, but still a little, still makes you think. So other than that, you open the 14 box, usual paper. Now on the inside, what you got here, if you can see that, that's like the quality inspection type of sticker, quality control, APE, final 25 on there. Now, side. These are size 14, by the way, if I didn't already say. These are size 10. So now, take the paper out. Got a nice little card from GOAT, always nice. Read it to you guys. Our goal is to be the most trusted marketplace for sneakers. So on and so forth. That's why we carefully authenticated this pair for you. Your sneakers have passed a series of tests by our in-house specialists who examine everything from the label to stitching, texture to color, and so much more, all to ensure your sneakers are authentic and exactly what you paid for. We hope you enjoy them and thank you for your purchase. And then it goes on to say GOAT authentication by, and it has the person's initials who authenticated them. So we're not going to tell you who that is now. I'm not going to put them on blast. All right. So now the other thing I was going to point out is, now when you go in this box, take out the same old paper, put that to the side. Now when you go in here, these got the same sticker, Ape 25 final, but there happens to be a second sticker, which the Yeezy Supply box itself didn't have. And that second sticker says AQL inspection, and it says Ape 9. So same thing, just says Ape 9. So this has both the Ape 29 final and an Ape 9 AQL inspection. So there's an extra sticker in this box for some odd reason. So now, that's pretty much the boxes. Everything else is pretty good. If you look at the UPCs, they both start with 92614. That's for the statics. And then they differ by size. So the size 10 is a 40533, and the size 14 is a 40965. All right. So now if we go in here, we should see the same stuff, the 40965 and all that Yeah, so these are gonna have the UPC code on them, which is the UPC number. The UPC PO number is 121588294. So if you go in the shoe, it's the same thing. I don't know if you guys can see that. Not sure if it's focusing, but it's right there. So now, that's as far as the 14s go. Now, I'm gonna open them up and take the soles out, compare them both, give you guys a better look as well. These are the 10s. So now, when I look at these, when you look at the way the band is attached, the pull tab is attached, they're not even the same on both shoes, and I think that's something common with Yeezys. They just slap them on anywhere. So if you see this one, it's actually even higher than that one. This one, the one on the top, kind of lines up. It might be just a hair high and a tad bit slanted extra, but it lines up way better than this one. This one's up a whole centimeter from that one. You could clearly see that. All right, now we flip it around. We go to the other side. Again, they don't even match. You know, you could clearly see here you got way too much white, and then at the top you could barely see that. And you can see the white patch isn't even straight. All right, boom, boom. Now we go to here. Apparently these are so big, the straps don't even fit on these. way off. So it's just the way they come. Yeah. Now if we look at this side, let's see. You see how they're not even lined up? It's pretty obvious. The top pair, way higher. Way off. The bottom pair, a little closer, but still kind of off. So it's like they just sew these things on damn near anywhere they want. Just like pick a spot. All right. Now if we go ahead and take the insole out of the right foot and the paper. This one's still stuck. This one's dead stock. That one I wore. Must have wore it at least 2 times, maybe 3. You could almost see, like, sometimes I feel like the 3M, the little fibers of it come off. They'll even get in your socks or flake off and get around. So you'll see like little sparkle pellets if you look with the flash. Well, that's one insole. Let's grab this one as well. In comparison. Dust these off a little. Yeah, already a little dirty. So you can see the difference. That's been worn. This hasn't. Aside from that, pretty much good. Same thing. They just vary for sizes. So the top one is a sole for 13 to 14 and a half, and the bottom one is apparently for 8 and a half to 9 and a half, but that sneaker's a 10. So perhaps these sizes are the UK sizes, the 8 and a half to 9 and a half in UK. So then, all right, I'll give them the pass because that's a 9 and a half UK. Otherwise, I would say this might be the wrong insert. 13 to 14 and a half. This is a 13 and a half UK, 14 US. So 13 and a half is doable. So apparently those sizes are the UK sizes on the pads. Look at the bottom again. No differences whatsoever. Alright. Pretty much that. Now, let's look inside the shoe. That's what you could expect to see in there. Now, if you do take a flash and put it right up against the Boost in the bottom, you should be able, it should light up the Boost and make it glow all the way through. Even some of the fake Boosts caught on to that, but the very, very fake Boost won't do that because it won't allow the light to emit through. But if you have decent Boost at least, you should be able to shine the light right through that and see it light up all in here. It's a cool effect even. So let's see, it's pretty good. I don't have any gripes with the way it looks. Another thing I noticed about Yeezys, they never both pairs never sit the same. When you look at them from the front, they're always like the toe caps always slant differently. So these don't look too bad, but I got a pair of frozen yellows from Footlocker, and the toe box on one of them literally looks twisted like that far. Like this looks crooked, and then the other one looks straight. It's really hit or miss, man. Yeah, they just slap them shits in a box. Excuse me. They just slap them in a box and off on your way. You don't get to try them on. You don't even look at them. You leave the store and then you get home and you see some of them are defects. Some of them definitely have defects. So on my Footlocker pair, the frozen greens, on the toe cap of the left foot, there's an indentation right here where the prime knit is indented pretty deep. So it looks like it got too tight right there. So it like tiny spot where it indents like that. And there's nothing you could do about it. It's not like you could just push it back out from the inside. It doesn't work like that. That's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be. So yeah, sometimes you find like little defects in these. So I would suggest you, even if they're a retail pair, take a look at them, man. Take them out the box, ask to see them, and just look at the whole toe box. Look how they line up, and just look at that. Because I feel like Yeezys, they're nice, they're pretty comfortable, but the quality control on them is trash. Straight up, man. Straight up. I've seen so many pairs from retail, and there's always different defects in the prime knit. If you look up close, I have another pair of statics, non-reflective, same thing. They're gonna have a defect in the toe box, and it's pretty much the opposite of how mine's were. On the frozen yellows, well, these are the opposite. There's a spot where the prime knit, it looks like there's too much prime knit. On the frozen yellows, it looked like there was not enough on one spot, so it like sunk down too tight. And then I got a pair of regular statics where there's a little bulge here where it looks like there's too much material and it's sticking out. And like I said, those are all retail pairs from retail stores that I bought myself. So you really never know what you're getting. You gotta check the box, you gotta open it and really look at it, because a lot of the pairs are not up to par. There's always something wrong. Now this, let me hit it with a flash. Let's see if we see any differences. Alright guys, got some flash going on for you. Let's see what we can see. How's that looking? Nice and frosty. So both look quite the same. I don't see anything wrong with the way they look. Now, the thing I noticed from seeing a lot of replicas of these is that on a lot of them, when you hit them with the flash, they have a yellow hue, a very yellowish hue to them. And if you see, you'll pick up on exactly what I mean. See, this 3M pretty much reflects straight up gray. Now when you get really close up on it, you might see like little tiny hues of green and like other colors, but it's primarily gray. When you look at the fakes, I've seen a lot of them that look very yellowish. So that's something you definitely want to keep your eye on. The pair from Goat again. All right. That heel. Show you guys the Boost. So like I said, these have been worn at least 2-3 times. All right. Get the shape of the heel. And from the other side. You can see a little bit of that glitter on the sole too if you look close in a couple areas. So little residues of that come off. Little fibers. So here you go. This is the direct from Yeezy Supply pair. Try to give you all the different angles. Get this tag out the way, show it to you. Just get it out the way. There you go. Boom. So yeah, like I said, if you're just looking at where they place the tabs, that really don't mean nothing, man. Like both feet don't even ever line up if you look closely on all these Yeezys. One foot's higher, one's lower, in, out, all types of stuff. So I feel like there must be like hand stitched or something, because I feel like a machine definitely wouldn't have those variations. Then there would be straight up stamped. So maybe it's more of a Chinese couture thing, you know? These are couture. It's only one of a kind. No two pairs are exactly the same. So that might be it. That might have been the look they were going for, is that each one would have slight variations. Couture way. So that's that. Alright. If any of you have anything that you see that I didn't pick up on, let me know in the comments. Aside from that, what do you guys think? I think it's legit. I just don't remember if it had a tag on it. So I'm gonna have to go check my room and see if I threw the tag around somewhere. I'll definitely find it if I did. Maybe it's even in the box, but I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to just double check about that. If they didn't have a tag on them, that would have been really weird. Aside from that, everything checks out, you know? They look pretty good to me. You guys tell me what you think. Also, I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think's going on with the resale on these right now? what's kind of weird is that typically a size 14 is usually one of the more pricier sizes. I think usually the most expensive ones are gonna be typically like 15 and 16, and then you know your small girl sizes or what have you, youth sizes. Typically those are gonna get ran up on price the most. Now, there's a few things that's really weird. So when these first were released on Yeezy Supply, you could only buy size 4 through 14, right? Now, if you look on StockX, there's 15 and 16 as well. So this makes me speculate a couple things. Going on. Either Yeezy Supply still has 15s and 16s that they didn't release to the public, and they are the ones that are flipping them or trying to flip them for 15, 1600 or 1000 right now, when the rest are around 455. So that's typically when you want the 15s and 16s, those go on adidas.com. So that could signal two different things. That could signal also that Adidas is going to release these. That could tell you that these might be restocking and in bigger quantities. I don't know when, maybe next Christmas, maybe before Christmas, who knows? Could be 2 years, could be 6 months, could be 11 months. Regardless, those 15s and 16s are coming from somewhere. So are they coming from Adidas? And are they gonna re-release them there? Or are these 15s and 16s coming from Yeezy Supply that weren't available to the public? It's kind of weird. So then the other thing I was gonna touch on is that the 14s right now on StockX are hitting down into the 330 range. 330 to 340, 340 and change, 330 and change, 336, stuff like that. Now, every other size is about 450-ish, I want to say, give or take a few bucks, 450 and up to 600 right now, probably, for like maybe a 5.5 or 6.5 or something like that. Those are probably, you know, around 550, 600. But these were the 14s. As soon as they pretty much everybody got their stock, first the people on the West Coast got them, boom, the price tanked. So just before that, there were, you know, a pair sold for $925. That was the first pair of size 14s, and then, you know, kind of teetered off a little to like 800, 700, 800, 7. It was kind of random, back and forth. And then once the people on the West Coast got them, the price was like 400. Boom, it tanked. Then once all the East Coast pairs got in, boom, 350. And it's still going down as we speak. So it doesn't make any sense, because the non-reflective size 14 is listed at 310. So it's like, who even wants to buy that one for 310 when you could just get this one for 330? Basically, another 20-25 bucks. You got the reflective that's at least a little more limited. We don't know exactly how much, so some people are speculating 48,000 pairs, which might be very possible, but other people were speculating 17,000 pairs, and that makes sense as well. But I'd imagine the regular statics, non-reflective US release, I'd imagine we got easy 100,000 pairs, easy, if not more, not counting the European pairs. So it's just it's weird. It's not adding up. It doesn't make sense. The 14 on that one's probably the right price, around 310, and it's gonna go up a little bit, you know. But the size 14 makes no sense that it's about $200 less than every other size right now. So looks like they sold about 260 of them on StockX already, and that's just there. And there's another almost 200 listed for sale. So just on StockX, there's at least 450 size 14 spoken for. So that's just one reseller. Now you got a picture. A few went to GOAT, a few went to Flight Club. So how many pairs are there, and that's just one size, you know. So if there's 1,000 pairs of the 14, then there's probably 3,000 or 5,000 pairs of a size 10. You know, it's got to be multiples of it. So it's just it doesn't make sense that the price tanked so far on these. But on the non-reflectives, you know, the size 4 is getting up there already towards like 300. Right now it's trending at like 290s. So it's getting up there too for even a size 4, and then the 4.5 is always more than that. So that's about it. But if you guys have any ideas as to what you think's going on with the market, let me know. Later.